Hey folks, and welcome back to Glenn and Adrian's Rock Talk. That's Adrian.
And that's Glenn.
And today we're returning to Franz Rhythm, a band that we've seen, 4 or 5 times in the past. We enjoy their music. They do covers, do really good covers of bands that we all knew and loved back in the 80s, 90s, 70s. They tend for the softer tracks. They just go for stuff that's a little bit more soft rock than a lot of the cover bands that we feature here. And today we're going to watch them do a Cranberries song. And I remember very clearly this song being a big hit. Zombie, one of their biggest hits, actually. Rest in peace, Dolores, their lead singer, who passed away a few years back, much too young. This song is really cool. I love the Cranberries' first couple of albums. So we're going to watch them do this. This is from October of 2023. So we'll see them in a slightly younger version of themselves. It's the same band, though. We've got Chen on lead guitar. We've got Char on, I'm going to guess, rhythm guitar. Dodds on drums and Franz on bass. Adrian, do you have any thoughts ahead before we look at this?
Oh, I'm just looking forward to hearing these people play the Cranberries song.
Let's go ahead, check it out. We will discuss afterwards.
All right.
before we even go any further, let's go ahead and look at the lyrics. Another head hangs lowly, child is slowly taken, the violence has caused such silence. Who are we mistaken? But you see, it's not me, it's not my family. In your head, they are fighting with their tanks and their bombs, their guns, they're crying. In your head, zombie, what's in your head? Another mother's breaking heart is taking over. When the violence causes silence, we must be mistaken. It's the same old theme since 1916. In your head, they're still fighting with their tanks and their bombs, etc. You know. So Dolores wrote that song. Yeah, it was a really sad story. She died in 2018. She was only 46 years old. I think it was an accidental death. Yeah, she took a bath after drinking a lot, and so she drowned.
Way to go.
And it's a shame, you know, just before that, they had put out an album of acoustic versions of all of their biggest songs. And I have that, actually. I really like that. They were an interesting band. I think that the most important thing, and we will talk about Franz Rhythm in a minute, but I just want to give the background. You know, the Cranberries, the big thing that made them unusual was Dolores's voice. And Char just did an excellent rendition of Dolores's Irish voice. You know, proudly Irish, like she wasn't trying to hide it. She had all of the phonetic stuff that you expect from somebody in Ireland.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. Yeah, the Irish accent isn't bad. He does a vocal perfectly.
Yeah, she did. She hit it pretty well there. I thought Franz Rhythm really did a wonderful job. I enjoyed what everybody did there. It was very deliberate, very careful. You know, not a lot of pyrotechnics necessarily, just a really clean cover that sounded wonderful. You know, really evoked the band and the feeling, the original feeling of the song. You know, like I say, I love Char's vocals on that. Chen and Char both on guitars sounded really good. I like the way that they divided up the work, you know.
Chen nailed the lead guitar parts perfectly, triumphantly.
Yeah. So well done, guys. And yeah, this was about the IRA and the troubles, essentially. The troubles being when we used to hear headlines every day about bombings in Northern Ireland or various other places in Ireland. Usually it was in Northern Ireland somewhere, and it was, you know, what a waste, really looking back on that. But it's over now, but that's what it was about. It was a legit protest song. I really enjoyed the cover. I'd like to check out what else they've done by the Cranberries. I know they have some other Cranberries covers, so maybe we'll look into that. Maybe we'll even see if it's possible to do a Cranberries video on here and react to it, because I haven't really seen their videos. If anybody's got a particular favorite, let us know. Particularly if Franz Rhythm did it, we'll take a look at Franz Rhythm's version. We know we can get away with those. It's always a question with the classic rock acts, whether or not we can actually feature a video or not. We can just listen to the audio, but to us it's much more informative to be able to actually view something of the band. And since we couldn't do that back then, it's a novelty that just doesn't wear off. So, so we're going to try to do that. Anyway, give your thoughts on this. If you have other suggestions, leave them below for us. Okay, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you enjoyed the presentation, please subscribe. All right, thanks so much for joining us today. We will catch you on the next one. Take care, folks.
See you all later.